Hi. Say. Tell me a bit about yourself. I do English at just making a few notes. I do English at Homerton College. Right, so tell me why you're here today. I would like to talk about how, like Will Smith said, childhood trauma, you can never achieve your way out of it.
11 minutes later.
Well, all I can really respond to that is everybody has problems, don't you have a degree to do? Okay, thanks, bye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is coming at you to tell you that I finally did it and made that huge step in terms of my mental health and went to counselling for the first time, and so I'm here to just share a bit of my experiences with you all. No, you did not just watch how counselling actually went. Luckily it went like the complete opposite of that, but that was to illustrate how kind of I approached it before I actually went and what I thought it would be like and what that nagging voice in my head would project onto the idea. Essentially, I thought that it wouldn't go very well. So in terms of like having any past experience in year 12, because I popped off in year 12, I did have like a brief experience with it, and that was essentially just someone like calling me in and telling me like, are you okay, do you need any extra support? And I was like, sis, I've got exams in a couple of days, so I have no time to even delve into all of that. So for the past 5 years, my life has essentially been, you know that meme where that guy is like crying, but like because my life was like that, I literally told myself that in uni I'll get rid of all my emotional debris. Did I do that? I literally always tell myself things that I don't commit to. So in first year I did niche, and if anything in first year I even added to it. I only did it in second year, like went to counselling in second year, because like I said in my previous video, I just had too much baggage and too many things to balance to be able to balance all of that. How it works at Cambridge is that you have the University Counselling services and then you have college counsellors, and I'm not sure if every college has a counsellor, but I know Homerton do. And so you have the option of going to your college counsellor or the university counselling services. I remember in first year I would go on the website, but you have to fill in this form and you have to do written answers. So every time in first year I felt like, okay, let me go and do this, I think the form kind of just made me like, darling. I did email the college counsellor. Each of my sessions were like 50 minutes long. Literally only saw the college counsellor maybe 3 or 4 times. That is weekly. Our first appointment was quite general. I feel like I got comfortable really quickly, which is a good thing. And I feel like I did touch on like some deep stuff in the first appointment, but not too deep. We didn't delve too deep. It was good to establish that level of comfortability. By the second time, I definitely did go deeper, I believe. And I remember leaving like the second session and calling me here and telling him it was so refreshing. And the only feeling I can describe it as is like, I'm not even joking, it's like being at a botanical garden and just smelling all the flowers. Like, it was just so refreshing. I definitely feel like it was more in a like academic context and to help me to address things hurdles that may be impeding on my progress academically, if that makes sense. My counsellor was really good, really attentive, and I just didn't like expect it to just be so like chill. I really just like guided where I wanted to go and what I wanted to talk about, whether I wanted to talk about academic stuff or stuff like at home or personally. So the 3 things that it taught me, which I hope it will help you. Number 1, if the resources are there, take advantage of them. I'm talking about at school, at college, at university. Even if it seems like I'm not depressed, I'm not anxious, I don't have anything like going on at the moment, I think the benefits of just talking through how you're feeling, it's just kind of like checking in with yourself. I really feel like it's nice to be able to put things in perspective. It was just nice to be able to do that with someone else and to either corroborate the thought processes that you've had or to help illuminate a different thought process. Number 2, it taught me that like ultimately we live in our heads, and the only place you'll ever be like for the rest of your life is in your head. So just like any other living space, you've got to clean it and you've got to take care of it, and you can't let things get too cluttered, albeit that can be through meditation, medication, self-care, so many different things that can help with that like decluttering of your headspace. I think counselling, we all call it talking therapy. I think counselling is a really good route because like I was saying like in the previous point, you do have someone there to help you, not necessarily guide you or tell you ABC. Cleaning 4 hands is better than 2. It's just like another support system that is outside of your family and friends, which leads me to point number 3. Our friends, our family, our cousins, whoever, our guardians, can be great listeners and can give great advice, but sometimes ultimately there's only so much they can do. Some of the biggest moments of clarity or the like best moments of opening up for me have been with friends, and that is definitely an alternative type of talk healing. But I wondered personally, so what can going to a professional do? And I thought it would be uncomfortable and scary because I thought, okay, this is an unfamiliar person, whereas someone that's close to you will like know you essentially. And so although I thought that at the start, just sitting there, being in that room and just talking, like it's like all those misconceptions about what it would be were literally like proved wrong, and it was just so refreshing. That's the only way I can describe it. So I feel like it definitely opened the door to reprogramming and rediscovering. And I'm not saying that you suddenly get the key to life and like the key to your purpose. And it may not necessarily be like that, and that wasn't my experience of it, but it was definitely a huge step. I do feel, however, that unavoidably my life is made up of like aspects of my identity. So as like a cis, black, working class, African woman, and I've had these conversations with friends. So some people prefer the counsellor or therapist to be far removed from their experiences and their world, so they can literally have like a bird's eye view of it or a peripheral view of it. But I do wonder how different the process would be and what I would come away with if that I had someone that was on that same wavelength in terms of class, religion, sexuality, gender, culture, because these things do sift into the way that we live our lives. I'm not saying that that experience was ineffective, but I'm saying that I do wonder what it would be like to explore those nuances, and I do hope to be able to explore a bit of those things in relation to my mental health. And I was just coming at you quickly just to say, I don't know, I just wanted to be like, yay! Anyone that's a bit skeptical about making that step or wondering what it's like. I'm just here to share my solidarity with you, and your mental health journey is about the process, it's about the progress and about the growth. And this is something that's like just ongoing throughout life, you know? It's like there are ebbs and flows, peaks and troughs. And I hope that you can make that step when you're ready, which I think is really important. I'll see you later. Bye. Can you see this? I'm uploading. Your girl is actually uploading. There was a bunch of videos I was meant to put out last year, and obviously last year my channel was on hiatus. So I'm getting around to getting all the content I was meant to put out last year out now.